Back in October, I made a video talking about how I felt recent updates for Minecraft have been a bit lackluster and weird. Shortly after that, 1.21 was revealed, but it wasn't until recently that all the major stuff in this update was announced. Also, the name was revealed, the Tricky Trials update. I don't really like it, but whatever. Also, 1.20 was the Trails and Tales, and now this is the Tricky Trials. I love alliteration and shit, but lay off the letter T, dude, you're really overusing them. But ignoring that goofy-ass name, I think 1.21 is a step in the right direction for Minecraft, but I don't think the update is perfect or anything. For starters, let's just go over the features in the update, like what the hell's actually going on in it. And so yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the headlining feature, which is the Trial Chamber. And simply put, these are just a very well made and fleshed out structure. They kind of follow the theme of a classic little dungeon crawler. There's rooms and corridors filled with enemies to Blood Eagle and rewards to loot and earn. There's your typical rewards, but thankfully the Trial Chamber did receive some actually unique and cool loot. There's some new pottery shards, some armor trims, the wind charges from the Breeze and stuff. The Breeze is a new mob exclusive to it. The mace too, along with some enchantments for it, which all makes the structure worthwhile and feel like a good addition. Big thumbs up over here from me. The mace is a cool new weapon with some fun enchantments that make it feel like a worthy alternative to a sword or a trident. For most of its existence, it's been pretty damn busted, but as of recording this, I think like today, little preview whatever, that Mojang's finally like nerfing it, balancing it out more, so it's cool to see that they're not gonna put it in the game at a totally bonkers state. Anyway, I feel like everything there is to say about the Trial Chamber has been said before. It's a really cool and unique structure with some features I'd love to see get carried over to other things, namely, the Trial Vault and the Trial Key, all that stuff. Another big thing this update is the whole ominous effect shit rework. If you become all ominous and mysterious from drinking one of those new ominous bottles or potions or whatever, you can make the Trial Chamber more lethal for better rewards or start a raid, which is how you start raids now. This is a really smart rework to a pre-existing feature that opens like a million doors to many more ominous events in the future. Super big, optimistic thumbs up on this one. I really hope we get some like ominous nether fortresses and ominous end cities. Yeah, sure, let's go there. New copper and tough blocks were one of the first features announced back at the initial reveal, and as someone who really likes to build with copper and always hated how tough was completely useless, this is great to see. I will definitely be using these new blocks a lot, and I'm no crazy good builder either. I could keep going on and stuff, but all the big everyone knows about it features in this update are all pretty good. They're fun and cool, and will definitely add some new toys to play with in your next Minecraft world. I think I'd say this is a pretty solid 8 out of 10 update, but what could have been done differently to bump that score up some more? Firstly, I just think this update is too Trial Chamber centric. Weird complaint, I know. It's just that the Trial Chamber is a bit rare and almost every new piece of content revolves around it. Like the Breeze, the Mace, those new potion effects I didn't mention, but yeah. I just think finding Trial Chambers is a little annoying, especially since they're always completely covered by rocks and dirt and shit. I'm still a believer in saying that there needs to be some proper surface entrance or cave entrance to the chambers. Otherwise, you could easily miss out on 80% of the content in this update, and that's a little lame. Yes, I know they gave the cartographer villagers the little locator map for this, but it can take a little while to set up some villager trading and get there, so it's kind of like a band-aid solution on this. A statement made during the live event was that this update would focus on tinkering and combat stuff. While the combat stuff was definitely fulfilled with the chambers and the mason stuff, yeah, the tinkering folks really only got the crafter, which is a super cool new redstone device, don't get me wrong, but that's it. I mean, that's kind of the only major piece of new content not directly tied to the Trial Chamber. A little lackluster if you ask me. I guess the copper bulb is good for redstone, or at least was for a bit until they changed it in the snapshots. I don't know, not exactly my field of expertise. I just remember seeing the redstone community having some fun with it until something was changed. The Bogged exists, a little poison skeleton variant. You can find it swamps or the Trial Chamber. But yeah, the only two mobs added are both Trial Chamber centric. You know, the Bogged and the Breeze, the blow guy. Ooh, maybe not that name. My point is, gameplay-wise, this update is great if you can somehow find a Trial Chamber around the midpoint of the game, or really any point in the game. Unless you really choose to interact with the things added, you may not notice a lot of what 1.21 added, which is a shame. And as for someone who follows Minecraft news all the time, you know, I know to go looking out for these things, know that they're a little bitch to find. But for most people who don't follow Minecraft news like a complete crazy man, they might not know that, and they might load up this new update and be like, what the f***, where is everything? This was the biggest issue with the last two updates. Mangrove swamps and ancient cities are balls rare, and then two wood types and a rare, meaningless dinosaur are not great if you don't already know about them. I've started up a lot of little worlds the past 2 years because I get bored, and I almost never really get to interact with the 1.19 and 1.20 features. 1.21 seems a bit better in terms of that, but still not perfect. It's a step, but not a leap. Overall, I will say that I'm happier with the stuff that 1.21 did add though. Oh, I haven't even mentioned all the new music too, and I guess now we're getting up like 15-20 new paintings as well. And obviously that's some cool non-Trial Chamber centric type update. I said in like my April Fool's video, you know, wouldn't it be cool if Mojang just added more paintings since we haven't had one since like 1.4? And then they did. I'm like a wizard over here with my crystal ball predicting things. And the music, lots of new music and 3 new music discs. All of it is great. A lot of it plays in caves from what I'm seeing. This is all very new kind of still. So that's awesome. Reception online has been noticeably more positive too, which is great. From what I've seen, people aren't shitting on it like the last 2 updates. To wrap up all of my thoughts, 1.21 most definitely does have better direction than the previous 2 updates, and that is in no doubt thanks to finally being free from the caves and cliffs shackles. There's a little something here for everyone, and that's great. Looking forward, I hope 1.22 can tackle a specific area of the game and improve it to heavenly proportions. The end really is the most obvious thing in Minecraft that needs improvement. It is so bare bones and boring compared to both the Nether and the Overworld. Also, since everyone goes to the end and it isn't some super rare, obtuse, obscure structure, an end update would be super impactful for pretty much all players. Regardless of what 1.22 turns out to be, I hope Mojang realizes that good direction really makes or breaks an update. 1.21 has turned out good because they laser focused on this Trial Chamber idea and fleshed the hell out of it, and so some of that content kind of leaked out into other aspects of the game. I guess the biggest compliment I can give the Tricky Trials update is, last summer when 1.20 came out, I had followed all the news and whatnot and kind of looking forward to the release date, but when that day came, I just felt no motivation to check out the update. It was just, I don't know, it's just like, oh, cool, I don't want to start a whole ass new world just to decorate some armor, or decorate some pots, or use 2 new wood types that aren't better than spruce, because I love spruce. Same went for all my friends. They didn't give a shit, so that didn't happen. But with 1.21, I actually want to play the game again. This update makes me excited for the next time I'll start up a world and to see what else Minecraft comes up with in the future. Oh yeah, also with the Armored Paws drop, not Armored Paws update, I guess Mojang has shown that, hey, we're cool with actually adding content to the game and just little snippets here instead of waiting every year for some stuff. Even though I didn't want the armadillo to win the mob vote back then in the dark times, I am really happy with how they handled it this time around. Instead of just adding an armadillo that you rip its shell off and put on your wolf, they kind of took that wolf thing and kind of expanded it by giving wolf variants, armor on the wolf, which is actually like good and functions, and you can dye it little colors, and so overall I'm happy with how the armadillo ended up. It didn't feel like a half-assed inclusion, and I think releasing that in its own little update separate from 1.21 is a smart idea, and I really wish they had been doing that with all the mob vote winners to this point. And I hope this means that in the future we'll get like 1 or 2 or 3 of these, I don't know, little mini drop updates to keep us maintained in between the big major releases. The bottom line is, all these ramblings and whatnot, the future of Minecraft is looking a lot brighter than how it was the previous few-ish years, and I hope it can stay this way. And overall, I hope the community kind of feels the same way as me. And with that, I think that is just about all my thoughts on this whole 1.21 update cycle. I don't think I have anything else to add. So as always, you can leave a comment down below if you feel like it, or if you just want to, I don't know, share how your day's going or your future plans for taking over the world. Feel free, and I will catch you guys next time. Stay safe, have a good day, and bye, and bye, and bye, and bye.